That's what I've done. And welcome to you, Flame. Oh, don't bump it too much. Let's see. So yeah, we're gonna do that, and let's see. My iron needs to come over there. Should be like that, so we can get most of the base on the surface here. Yeah, the one that won't be entering is me. One, I own all the games already. Two, that wouldn't be fucking fair now, would it? So yeah, we need a bit of slack on these strings to get that going. Hope you're doing fine, Flame. I guess it's early morning and you've been up late again. So there is that. Well, then you don't need to enter. And slack. Yeah. Bit more tightness on that one, just playing Final Fantasy. Well, it's not like it's a new thing though, Flame. It's kind of predictable. I don't need that bit. So, I've done one of these tech streams before, and I hope you guys enjoy them, because I kind of like doing a bit more hands-on work, but it's the fact of being able to do that and having the time for it. Hopefully all of these screws are the same. Okay, that's a bit too small, that whole kappa. How's the camera setup, by the way? I mean, I haven't tested. I've barely tested this before. I thought about putting up a third camera, but no. Those are at least similar. I won't be swapping strings on this one, no. I will be on a few of the others. Technically, I didn't need to do that. Good to know. Camera's good, fantastic. The chat needs to be moved. I know. Let me move down there. It's also a thing to do with space. Okay, that one is completely stripped out already. That's not a good thing. That came pre-stripped from the factory. Pre-stripped screws. Yeah, exactly. That makes you feel screwed. So yeah, we need to remove this pickguard thing here to access that one pick, I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but we're gonna do it anyway. Okay, so these, no, all of them are the same sizes. None different. At least that's a good thing, because that means I don't need to keep track of where the screws came from, which can be a pain in the arse. I'm sure I think the... I don't think that's actually the case when it comes to instruments, because instruments are a bit special in that case. Like, they don't work on the same logic. You don't thrash an instrument like that. But then again, the Harley Benton is fairly cheap. These are sitting really, really hard, and I don't want to strip them. I'll use this bit. Try to, yeah. Just remove that. The finish in itself is decent. Like, there's nothing bad going on with the finish. I was kind of being afraid of that, but then again, it's Germany. You guessed what you said. Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly. For fuck's sake, these are... Okay. Let's go up one then. Now it wanted to fucking bulge. I used to work in a pawn shop, and whenever a guitar came in with stripped screws, people didn't pay, but replaced them with good screws. Yeah, exactly. If everything goes fine on a guitar, never. I just want to upgrade the basic pickups to a Fender set because I'm weird. Usually these should last a lifetime. They can die, of course, but in general they shouldn't. That has a few project guitars to swap pickups on. Yeah, pickup change can and will change the sound of the guitar. That's for sure. If anyone tells you that Tonewood is a thing, be skeptical. They might try to sell you a guitar. There you go. One pickup loose. Ah, that's interesting. Didn't even have shielding on that. Okay, we did actually need to have this one. What you usually need to swap out on a guitar or bass, strings mostly, because they get worn like hell. Pots might get worn a bit, like these things over there. So that's kind of a thing as well. I didn't know what to stream this under, to be honest, like what category, because there isn't anything for like tech and stuff. It's like science and technology, but I'm not sure if this qualifies as science. And yes, this is centigrade, the C, not Fahrenheit, because we are in Europe. Yeah, driving nerdy. Where are you from? Like, US? What part of the US? I know Flame is from Texas. Washburn is basically just a body these days. He doesn't even have all the pickup slots filled right now. Well, if you've seen Malcolm Young's Gretsch guitar, it has only one pickup. Yeah, it depends on the type of guitar. This will not fetch that kind of money. Let's just say that. California. Well, greetings from Europe then. Can I actually get this out? That's tight. I didn't want to take off the strings. Hashtag being lazy. See if I can do it. See. Well, this one goes into that one. Don't need to pick out just yet. 9 hours. No, behind. The US is behind, not ahead. Question is because that's also a thing that these comes with. Okay, that's interesting. Let's start taking pictures. I assume they're using the same wiring scheme, but we do have wiring diagrams. 6:22 AM. That's fucking early. I was dead asleep at that point. No, this is just a... No, that's actually a wiring diagram. Good. Soldering. Have any of you done any soldering before? Or any kind of work involving wiring? Yeah, turntable. Oh, okay. That soldering iron is really awesome though, but it costs a fine price as well, so there is that. Insomnia, but don't sleep much anyway. Oh, that's too bad to hear, mate. So I need to have this to some sort of ground. Same with this. I'm not sure they're long enough. They have to be that way. That's for sure. Okay, Oswald on these. I haven't opened new ones. Yep. You are of course going to that one, so it's the same setup. This is gonna be, as far as I know, a very simple swap. Should be. Unless I do a major screw up, which is a possibility. After I'm done with this, we're gonna restring a few of my bases as well. Sleep apnea, which is very tough to... Yeah, I bet, mate. I bet. So sad to hear that. Managed to pull that out. Fortunately, I just have an issue with sleeping in the heat. There's no more issues I have with sleep in that sense. So that's gonna go through that hole. So basically we need to add an extra ground wire. That's all we need to do with these. That gets proper space in that hole. Just for a bit of extra shielding. That fits snugly in there. I'm pleased. So we need to... That one wasn't properly stripped. That wasn't a big deal though. No big deal. So yeah, hopefully this will be a fantastically fun sounding bass when I'm done with it. So yeah, what I'm gonna do with that extra black wire is that I'm going to wire it up where the standard black wire goes. I think that's the most sensible solution. Technically any ground loop will do, but getting those through there wasn't the easiest. Don't care about the cover for now. Just want the wires through. Ah, the barbershop. At one point I need to play through the Monkey Island series on Steam. I think I'm gonna pull out the plier for this. Ah, I have a mighty toolbox. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that too, mate. And I guess sleep apnea isn't something that will heal by itself either. You can't really do much about it. As far as I know. That's not an exact fit, but we can cheese a bit with that. There isn't any specific way these should go in that, but I think This should be exactly the same. No, the Fender ones are a bit wider, that's the thing. Okay, we're gonna use the old covers on these. That's because the new covers have a slightly wider base, it seems. So we can't use them, but we can. But we can squeeze this through here. Now the holes don't line up. Okay, so the holes in the magnet doesn't line up properly with the covers. The new covers have a bit wider base. Yeah, that's really not bad. Oh, really not good. I mean, because there's only one of these covers that's gonna be an issue with that, as far as I can see. This is not 100% under spec. It's fucking close enough. Snugging slightly on that edge. We might have to. So if that one is corrected in the hole, slightly on the inner edges. Well, I do have a file. I have a gold file on it there, but I don't want to go get it. That's gonna take ages. Let's see if the other cover is. Well, I doubt it. But we have really nothing to lose in that. Otherwise, I have to go and fetch my files. And they are, of course, self-similar. What? Wait a minute. Aha! They are a bit different depending on if there's a bridge pickup or the neck. But it didn't say which was which. And I don't think it does on the new ones either. This I did not know. But we can use the old covers. That means the entire job will be way easier. Should be. I know what the fault is. Since these aren't similar, only one of them will fit in that hole. That's a fucking clever idea. You can't fit the incorrect pickup into that hole because the covers won't fit. That's fucking brilliant. I did not even think about that. Yeah, I just do shift work, so I sleep whenever I have the ability to do so. Okay, so that one won't fit over that one. So that one will fit down there. And that one will fit over this one. Ah, okay. I figured it out. That one wasn't stripped out. Seems like a design thing. Didn't finish the test first. Ouch. And how does... Well, I know how sleep can affect work performance. Because that can be a bitch. These were exactly similar, right? They weren't any different. Hopefully. Well, the more you know about jazz pickups. I didn't even know half the things I know about jazz pickups. Because I thought it was a bit weird that they didn't make them after Fender specs, but they did. So I didn't know that jazz pickups were different depending on bridge and neck. That is a new one. That's a new cover. Hello, asthma always lives against males and breathing problems. Yeah. That can be tough though, mate. But you seem to have managed well regardless though. So hopefully you're not too set back by that. Okay, so we have the new pickups in. Try not to mix up the new and old screws. These are way smaller. Yeah, I have graveyard shifts from time to time as well. It's a normal part of the job. There. What I like to do is that I want to have these in a angled one, so I'm gonna do this one. Try to fit that one down that hole so it stays stable on two axes at the same time. Because if you do two on one side and it's kind of crooked, that can be an issue. It doesn't have to be, but it's just easier to nail it down in a cross pattern rather than side or that kind of pattern. Hotel in Southern California. Okay, I do telecom work, so we have 24/7 staffing. So, when I come back from vacation next week, I'm gonna have evening shifts and then straight to night shifts during the weekend. At least it pays good. There is that. Like, there is an upside to it. There we go. That's installed. And it sits quite snugly in there. I'm pleased. Yeah, that would be fine. We're having a bit of fun here, so working a bit on the positive side would be fine. Like, what kind of games did you buy on the Steam Summer Sale? That I think that's ended now, right? Or is it ending tonight? I think it's ending tonight. I bought both of the Darksiders one. I found out, Savage, that my little Nook can actually play Darksiders 2. Was the first time I got to drive a Dodge Viper. That was a huge positive. Ah, cool. I've yet to drive that kind of car. Let's just say that those kind of American muscle cars doesn't work on European roads. They're too tiny. If you're thinking about it, well, how much is it off at the moment? Like that's one of the things I want to know before I can advise anything. There we go. Fantastic. We have the new pickups installed. Now we just need to solder them on. And the ground wire. The ground wire goes there. Black wire goes. So the black ones are ground, the white ones are hot. Quite easy when it comes to that. See that? Yeah, I think the short one is that one. So I'm gonna add that one there. This one has to be added up here, and that one has to be added down there. So let's go for something a bit more cheerful. I want to swap to Monkey Island 2 OST. Now, okay. So these are pretend, so I don't really need to do much with them, which is a huge plus for me, to be honest. So cable management, really important. Cable management is when you try to do something like this. Grim Fandango OST. Generation 0 and the Isle Steam when I get my PC. What kind of PC are you getting, mate? Well, I went for Monkey Island 2, but okay. Let's see. So, to not burn myself too much, I'm gonna use BIOS. Almost. Fine, let's solve it in there. See, moving that one a bit away, moving that one a bit down. So what I want to do now is ground this one. Hopefully this is going to help with a bit of the noise issue I had with those pickups. trying to heat up this area here. I know it's not that easy to see. Been talking to a friend. Oh, for fuck's sake. Let's get some solder in there. I'm not sure which platform. Oh, this is the PC version. Just getting a bit of solder in there, so we have some to work with. Fantastic. Okay, that ground wire is still fine. No issues there. But yeah, for anyone who isn't in the know, Gibson has basically started suing everyone for design trademark infringement. Which, if you know anything about design and guitars, is completely ridiculous because they made the designs in the 70s and only now they care about trademarks infringements. Ideally, I should have a fan here, but because just breathing these fumes aren't the best. But I'm not doing this as often as I want to, but hey. And there we go. One pickup is now soldered in, and so now it's just the last one. And here I am definitely gonna do both of these black ones in one row, in one place. But yeah, Gibson has become the Apple of the guitar world. People kind of laugh at that, but IMO. Apple is a product that you buy for a very, very specific subset of use cases. Okay. That should be fine though. Always wanted to learn how to play guitar. Your dad wanted to play the drums. I'm not sure how old you are, Savage, but it's not too late to start. In my opinion, it's never too late to start. Yeah, my mistake for not checking the levels, but I'm kind of in the middle of something here. So there's that. Can we move this camera a bit closer to the action? Well, yeah, somewhat. Yeah, should be fine. Just want a bit more solder on that grounding here to work with. Should be fine. we go. That's number 1. And ideally should have... There we go. That's not looking not that bad. Just make sure I have another diagram. Middle, middle, ground, ground. I think that's the way they were designed. Okay, this one is different from the one I have, because this has only two knobs, but I've soldered them in the way they were, so I'm pretty sure that's correct. So now we have a new set of wires. So getting that one in there. Just making sure all the wires are snug and comfy. Awesome. Post puns. Yeah, if you don't already know and driving nerdy, that's also something I love to do with the old man. I have my pun bot. So you can do exclamation point pun, and you can get one weird funny pun out as a result. Look up though. Night of Durance ever since I pun. Oh, that's a good one, Shamanita. That's a good one. Okay. That was a tight fit on there, but we managed. Good. I'm happy about that. So now we have that. My leaf blower doesn't work, it just sucks. Oh yeah. Hi Zinram. So now we have the fun task of putting... Okay, that was a stripped one. I think I'm gonna leave out the stripped one. Just as a precaution. I like Woodtick. Woodtick is a really fun place in Monkey Island too. By the way, if anyone wants the Monkey Island series, it is on Steam sale, the whole bundle. Shamanita, if you want to link to that, just because if you like my streams, you might find Monkey Island to be a game you're interested in. You know about fungus and algae who took a liking to each other? Wow, we got some bad news. The match is on the rocks. Oh. You don't need to post all of them, but... There we go. Should have tightened that one. There we go. And there. Yeah. So if you haven't played Monkey Island before, go do that. Last year I got to be at the Q&A with Ron Gilbert, who made the games. That was just amazing. Yeah, 20 NOK or a few bucks. I don't know what the conversion rate is at the moment. And I'm too lazy to look it up. Yeah, without the fifth one. Well, the fifth one is a bit special in that sense. There. We're getting closer to a fully fledged guitar. Let's see. Not too much effort. Yeah. There we go. We got all the that was too big. Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah, it kinda did. Well, you know me. I kinda like a dick joke or two. Tune this back up to pitch and see what we get. I'm gonna fire up Rocksmith just to check. I really don't want to hook up anything else at the moment. That's gonna be my lazy solution. Hopefully. See. F and G. C, D sharp, and D. E. Doesn't feel that loose. There we go. Pickup height seems awfully low. That's one of the things I was about to measure. Yeah, somewhat. That should be. So let's see. Rocksmith. There we go. Oh yeah, I don't have the camera swap on this one. Uh-oh. That would be the second cup I would spill. I just want to test the sound on this one. Just to make sure I have actually done it correctly. I could have just hooked it up to my little amp over there, but... this is really useful because I can kind of talk to you and move my head around, and let's just say I was planning on, well, hoping that it would get here by the time I did this, because it really helps with so let's see. Nothing? Oh, this sounds amazing. But yeah, I can't wait to Friday to do Rocksmith with this one now. So that's really cool. Let's see, Twitch command, no, navigation. Let's do that. I don't have anything for this. So that took about an hour to swap the pickups. and I was a bit slow. So now I have a spare set of pickups. But I really enjoy the settings that, I'm not sure if you can see that, but the holes doesn't line up properly on this cover. But if I use the other cover, everything lines up snugly. And apparently in the base itself, these covers are offset of each other. Yeah. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, there you can see it. These are now should be lined up fine. Yeah, if I line up this and so this is perfect. This is not perfect. Like you can see how that's different. So you can't mistake them for which position they're supposed to be in. Yeah, but that's just to make sure that you don't put the bridge in the neck and the neck in the bridge. Which is a fantastic idea. I didn't even think about that when we started doing this. So, see, I'm just gonna keep these for a while. Because I don't know if I'm gonna need them at one point or not. Yeah, it might be an OCD thing, but it is what it is, you can't really help it. Let's see. Same here. Through and through. Yeah, only the correct combination lines up. And that's a clever thing to do. Because I would have messed it up, and I tried to like find out why these things didn't do what I thought it would do, and it was because it wasn't supposed to do what I thought it would do. Ah, the Witcher is off by 70% as well. That's cool. Witcher 3. Okay. So we've finished one part of the stream, which is swapping out the pickups. That took me a bit of time, but nothing I wouldn't spend with you guys anyway. So I don't need that. I technically don't need my soldering iron anymore, because I'm not gonna solder much. Lob the bolt. Yeah, my language skills. There and there. So now my next project is to restring a few bases. So okay, I'm gonna do that one and that one. I'm not gonna do this one. And yes, I have different type of strings for every base I have, just because I really want to. So I didn't need to file anything. That's also a good thing. But yeah, otherwise, how are you guys doing? What should we start with? I think we're gonna start with this one. Ideally, I should have... Give me 2 seconds. And I'm back. Yeah. Something for the headphone users. This base is fine. It has some issues with the flat ends, but that's about it. Oh. Yeah, this is why I didn't want to do this. Hand winding all of that bullshit is not in my best interest. Trusty cable snipper, one of the best tools I've ever got recommended for me. It cuts through most wires like it was fucking butter. I'm not even joking. Like that's exactly what it does. But yeah, in general, guys who hasn't been to one of my tech streams before, what do you think of it? Like, is this even remotely interesting, or? Because I kind of enjoy doing this. I mean, I have to do some of this regardless, so the question is, should it be streamed? Yeah, I specifically asked for people who hadn't been in before because I kind of know your opinion already from the last time. So, so nothing bad there, but like, yeah. I want some fresh opinions as well. Like, I know string swapping isn't the most exciting thing to do, but we need to swap strings. And if a bassist has a strings on for more than a millennia, which is most of them, they should be ashamed of themselves. Yeah, there is a lot of misconceptions there, but the correct answer is yes, it's okay, as long as you don't do it for an extended period of time, and that's kind of the big issue that a lot of people seem to forget, is that there is a difference between taking them off and leaving them off, and taking them off and putting them back on. And what I do is that you need to take them off to clean, like just cleaning this. It requires taking the strings off. You can't do this with the strings on. Crazy Cat Dad, welcome mate. How are you doing? So yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions about that, but let's just say that if I left this off for more than a day, we might have had to do something different. But I'm putting strings back on within less than half an hour. Wood needs time to set in that new position. So don't worry too much about it. I watched Dave's World of Fun stuff a lot, and he's a grumpy old bastard, but he knows what the fuck he's been doing, because he's been doing this for years and years and years. And he is good to explain why he does what he does. And I watch a lot of those videos. They're fantastic entertainment when I'm bored. Linseed oil. So one of the things I'm gonna do with this one is that I'm gonna check on the pads under here, because I felt that they've been not the best when it comes to protection. So I want to take a closer look on those pads. Yes, I am basic out there. That's absolutely what I'm doing. Yeah. I'm also gonna swap out the pads in here. So I bought separate pads for both of my PJ bases, this one and the fretless. So we're gonna do that as well. Linseed oil is a fantastic remedy. I also have some lemon oil and some standard cleaning supplies. You can get a lot of these. Yeah, these are way better than crap I had in here from before. No fucking doubt about that. The pickups are like fairly shallow, so to get these pads are in the cavity below the pickups. Uh-oh. We need a soldering iron, apparently. Because we have a little screw up. One of the wires broke loose. No biggie. Can fix that quite fast. Just need to heat up. That's had to be brittle for a while though to crack that. We also apparently need to... Well, fire gone. I can turn on that. It managed to cool off completely, so we need to fix that. Let's see, where did I put my... I need to prep this for... for fuck's sake. That's not what I wanted to do. Hopefully that's long enough. Tap up. And of course, as you always need to do when you have newly stripped wires, you need to pre-tin them. Just makes the whole process of soldering so much faster. Pre-tin, fantastic. I mean, it's a quick job, but it needs to be fucking done. There we go. Fixed. Yeah, that's way, way better. I'm glad I decided to buy these. To what you need to do in order to get a very fast, easy, and clean solder edge is that you do what's called a pre-tin, where it applies some kind of solder material onto onto the wire you're going to solder. That helps it with sticking to the surface. So you pre-tin both ends, and that just makes the whole process way, way easier. Was these the ones? Yeah, I think that was. So it's just a tool to help you do this way easier. Yes, that is. Those pads are a bit more elevated, so that's gonna help a lot with keeping the pickups at the correct height. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not a difficult process, but it's a very rookie mistake to not do that, and it can be bad for the overall result. Ah, it's catching the edge there. It didn't do that before. There it goes. So now we can do this a bit more smoothly. I think that's the. So we've swapped the pads in this, and now they are a bit more stable. So that might help getting a better sound out of these actually. When they stay better close to the strings. I'm just do the same with the J pickup because I bought a PJ set of these so that I could get the J pickups, because these Seymour Duncans should be fantastic, but IMO bass doesn't sound as good as that jazz bass over there. I don't know why. That could be pickup height. Preferences. Yeah, but IMO, the objective sound of that just doesn't sound as good as I think it should. I've thought about swapping out the pads on these for a long time, but I never got fucking around to doing that. Until today! A bit of... Can't see. I right side on that one. Yeah. And then I can blow this up a bit more. There, I think that's a bit better. See, a bit more of surface here. I don't know why that's so fucking saturated though. Cool. Never mind. We'll suffer through that. Dear Crazy Catad, how is it going today? Hope you have an awesome day. You're still lurking in there. Let's do some Crash. Gotta pay bills in a little bit. Oh yeah. That's way better. Today is payday. Yeah. Norway usually either has the 15th or the 20th of the month is when we get paid. At least that's my experience. Depending on if you are in the public sector or the private sector. So I had payday just before Tons of Rock. I know that some places still have like weekly or even bi-weekly payment. Yeah, that's way better. I am pleased with that change. Cleaning up a bit here before we put on my new set of strings. So that's fine. There's not much wear and tear on them. Like they look clean. Get paid once a month. Yeah, so like normal then. It's interesting that soldering iron makes so much noise that when I turn it on and off, I actually can. The mic picks up the EM's noise from it. That's impressive. So today's strings are the Billy Sheehan set. It's a 110 on top and a 43 on the bottom, which is a bit unusual, but I think they sound great, and it gives me a lot of stability when it comes down to there is a white, but it gives a bit better stability when it comes to tuning to, like, say, drop D than a 105 set does. There's nothing wrong with a 105 set. Like my jazz bass over there has a 105 set, and that's completely fine. There's not a single thing wrong with that. So This is the fun part where we get to string up the bass. About there, I think. Because I can't. Yeah, I know it's a kind of a risk to cut before you're sure about where to put it, but the way these spaces work is that the hole isn't big enough for a full on rotation there. So I have to do it this way, but I've been swapping the strings fairly often on it, so I kind of know where to cut without having it to be a bit risky. But usually if you're unsure, don't cut until you're done. Ooh. One of the things I like to do is that I like to get the string underneath the winding, so it forces the whole thing down on the string itself. Just makes everything a bit more clean, a bit more safe. That's fine. The D is next string. I like to put a little bend in it, so when I put it through the bridge, it just snugly goes over there. Just a neat little trick I stole. But there's nothing wrong with stealing tricks to make this process go easier. Oh, let's see. About there, I think. Yeah, fine. Jungles! So what I like to do is that I take this one around and then go like this. And then this is a fucking miracle. You can buy these that has electric screwdriver bit on them. Just plug it into an electric screwdriver, not a drill, electric screwdriver, very important. A lot of people have made that mistake and not realized it until it was way too late. Oh, they think that's the same thing. Oh, it's electric and it rotates, but alas, no. Strangely enough, it's not the same. So, 2 strings on the bass. That's the blue. Oops. There we go. I can actually see my stream deck. So again, little bend just makes everything easier when you try to do this over the bridge. Bend wasn't good enough. Just snugs through. What I like to do when I do this is that I line the pegs. Oh, this needs to be tight. Wait a minute. That too doesn't go in there. Okay. Okay, that was. Why does it? Well, B. That tuning peg is not good. So a bit and a bit. Just snip it. But yeah, if you're unsure, don't snip until it's done. That way, of course. And I like to pull this tight, just to make sure I have all the leverage I need on the string. So, actually, does it pick up the noise from the screwdriver at all? Doesn't look like that, but no, it doesn't. Fantastic! I really enjoy this mic, and it doesn't sound half bad either. I mean, it sounds a bit more compressed than my SM58, but then again, it's just way smaller capsule than that mic. The only thing I'm a bit sad is that I can't have it on this side. So, let's see. There we go. The last string. This is the one I usually mess up if I mess up any of them. That's because I usually cut off too little string, or usually cut off too little string. That's normally my biggest mistake on that one. I'm gonna do this by hand for a little bit to make sure I'm in compliance with my own rules. Thank you so much for the follow, mate. Welcome to the ship. Takahak. Yeah, rainbows. Welcome to the ship, my friend. Hope you're enjoying the content. We're just doing my 12-hour stream where I start by setting up and restringing my guitars, my basses, really. Okay, that was good. See, input. I'm gonna swap out the battery as well. I think I have a battery somewhere. So we're just tuning it up to pitch. There we go. That should be a G. This should be an A. So some claim that you have to tune it in the plane position and not in a lane position because the intonation is wrong. I haven't checked the intonation though, but that should be fine. So should we do? Yeah, we should do the intonation when I've tuned this. I mean, it hasn't changed much because it's the same set of strings. Okay, that's up to an A. D sharp and D. E A D G. So let's see what's that. An E flat. And that's an E. Bit sharp. That's dead on. That's dead on. So it's important to check your strings again when you tuned everything up, because this one puts so much tension on the neck that it might take this one out of tune again. Especially with new strings, because new strings hadn't had time to set. That's dead on. I'm just checking the intonation as well. Basically how you do that is that you check, is this tuned? I can't really see that, but when this is green, we have a tuned string. And if I check the 12th fret and it's still green, that's dead on. That means that it's properly intonated, because the string length here is what it's supposed to be, depending on its sharp. There we go. Dead on. So we have new strings on this, and new pads on these. I should really just check the string. I think that's how you get that raspy barking sound on the bass. Fantastic. One down, one to go. Well, this one we don't need to worry about frets now, do we? So we have one more package of these. I'm gonna swap out the pads in this one as well. Now I hopefully don't need this one anymore. Just gonna put it down there. Just gonna take off this so it's not in the way more than it has to be. Fret wrap, well, this one hasn't had a string change in a long time, like an amazingly long time, because as far as I've felt, the flat wound strings, which is a bit different in how they sound and feel and all that, doesn't age the same way that the normal strings do. So that's also a bit different when it comes to string age and that. But it's been a long time since I swapped this one out, so it's about time. They're more expensive also, there's that. I've done on this one. I've had a black one done, but now we're moving on to the fretless. You can say that if the normal one is that a fret, then this is completely void of frets. Non-threatening bass. Where did I put my thingy again? No, I'm not doing all of them. I'm ending on this. Okay. Just for a bit of change in tone and tempo and all that, because when I play games I feel like I should play with gameplay, but when I do this is the content, basically. Let's see. So just restringing and didn't cut off that one. There you go. Fantastic. So I need to clean up the fretboard here as well. Somewhat, like when I play bass, it's sort of me being the center. It's not that bad. But when I play games, it's obviously the game in focus. Just cleaning up the fingerboard a bit. But I find this therapeutic. Like it's really fun. So these ones are actually Seymour Duncan signature pickup. No, Seymour Duncan. Steve Harris signature pickups, which I bought way back. Not sure what the best purchase I've ever done, but it's not bad. Let's see. Don't think these pads are as bad as the other ones. Yes, they are. Actually, a bit worse. Oh yeah, I had to do a botch job on these ones. That was a really bad job. I forgot that I've done that. I basically cut open one set and swapped, divided it so that it could fit in that cavity over there. So hopefully these are gonna be a bit more. The reason why I started doing the oil on the neck is that that needs to get to soak into the wood and moisten it up a bit. Linseed oil. I love this track. But we only have like 10 hours left, so I need to hurry. We are gonna do some gameplay. I think we will go to Cadence of Hyrule after this because I wanted to finish that one. Then we might go to some Super Mario Maker after that, or Crypt of the Necrodancer. I haven't 100% decided yet. If I get too bored, we'll... That was short. Oh, that's the boss. Which boss is this again? Oh, Pinstripe. Yeah, that's way better. I just like the way they sit as well. They just feels more stable. Oh. My back really doesn't like this position. Oh, Stormy Ascent. Okay, that's a more sensible position. Think ergonomics when you do this, kids. My sitting position is really terrible. Really terrible, I mean. Yeah, I think that's a better one. It really doesn't pick up much breathing as far as I can see on the old meters there. Breathing. The. Bit more screw up there. Hi, Paul Kenny. I'm swapping out strings on this one, and I'm replacing some pads underneath the pickups. I've done this to one bass already, and I need to do this to this one as well. Yeah, that was also badly botched job. I'm glad I went ahead, bought this, and it's fixing them. So that's basically what we're doing today. We had a pickup swap in this base over there, and now we're just doing some cleanup work on this one. So that's what we're doing today. I'm doing a 12-hour stream, not of this, but like this is a part of it. Like this is the first part of the stream, where we're basically just cleaning up, fixing a base, and getting some work done. So hopefully that answered your question. I haven't done much to my guitar, to be honest. Like that's been fairly consistent. If anything, I really want to set a Fishman Fluence in them. That's all I want. I want to cut out the EMGs and just do Fishmans. And I might do that at one point, but it's not a priority. Mostly because I'm not a guitarist. Yeah, this is fantastically much better than this. So we've done that. Clean up the headstock a bit. Let's see, didn't I have some? Can do some lemon oil. Yeah, and also to get the correct height towards the strings. Let's just say that a much younger version of me did that very badly, and I'm now correcting the mistake. It might actually also help with the sound. Let's see. Do I have my guitar quick cleaner? So yeah, it is under every single type of pickup. Like on absolutely every guitar. So I bought a set and just got that set up in a way that I like. Just 13 bits, 14 bits perhaps. No, it's actually it's fine. What? 14 to 17. This one at 15 done. 19 to 21. 11 to 13. 13 is too small. 14 is too small. 15 is the range I need. 15 is the range I don't find. Well, of course it is. Okay, we'll do it with pliers then. We can do it with pliers. This is something that should be checked if you can at every single swap of strings. Just make sure these nuts here are as tight as can be. We don't need that. Let's remove a bit of these things that I don't really need. Garbage. My new strings. More garbage. Junk. Yes, they do. They are there. Like these screws, they have height adjustments. In P-base pickups and J-base pickups, the mounting screws are also the height adjustment. It's a combined thing in those. So there are no separate height adjustment screws for the P. Do you see these are both mounting and height adjustment. Same with these. So you are correct. They still are there, but like on this, the mounting screws are here and the height adjustment is there, so they're two different ones. But yeah, yeah. I'm not sure if you picked apart many basses, but bass guitars are slightly different, but they're fairly similar to guitars. They have a few things that is very different, like these are both single coil pickups, which is very common still in guitars. Yeah, I think I have that one as an insult syndrome. I'm using a set of flats on this, as I've used before. So I'm just swapping to a standard set of flats. Yeah, I know. Zinram, I might have played so much Monkey Island that I might even remember all of the insults. Not completely all of them, but a lot of them. So down there. Around. Winding up strings. Couldn't figure out why the ball kept getting larger, then it hit me. I fixed the command so that you can use the audio commands if you are a subscriber though. So, what do you call a snarky criminal falling down the stairs? A condescending. Oh, that's a good one. I love that. That's supposed to be the other way around. No, it can't be. Oh, it could be actually. No, it couldn't. No, it wasn't. Oh, there. Oh well. That's all it will go. But yeah, Paul Kenny. I've just. I mean, what do you play an instrument or are you just an eager guitar tech? I assume you also play. There we go. I'm not clean the back of the necks though. Used to play guitar and started out with an old pawn shop guitar. Oh, that's cool. Used to play guitar, why don't you anymore? Like, don't have the time for it, don't feel like it. Like, what changed? If you want to discuss, of course. There is no pressure in having to tell anything you don't want on my stream. Novice pirate. Time is a factor. Yeah, it usually is. Like, if I don't play on stream, I usually don't play, and I'm kind of sad about that. Because I want to play a bit off stream as well, but who has the time? Like, I'm having 3 or 4 hobbies. And a full-time job and all of that. That all needs attention. But yeah, I usually play a lot of Rocksmith on this stream as well. Like, we play a lot of bass guitar and that kind of stuff. I think Rocksmith is still on sale if you want to have a tool to play along to. I found Rocksmith to be a magnificent tool to learn a bit of songs and just get some playing done. Now what is Shamanita? But yeah, if you like what you see here, there's a follow button up somewhere if you consider that to be worth your time. I would highly appreciate, but there is no pressure. And of course, the Rocksmith community is one of the best communities on Twitch. IMO. Fully tension. There we go. Let's twist it, boys. Don't be a badly tuned washing machine. There we go. Now we just need to fine tune the bullshitter. Why is that so fucking low? I think we need to adjust all of these. Yeah, absolutely. I do agree with you there. Oh, there was a bit under there. There we go. Small hex. That's too small. The 1.5 is too big. Oh, that one is perfect. Yeah, absolutely his favorite. I don't know why, but seems like all of these needs to be erased. Yeah, learning by doing is my favorite way of learning. Let's just reset the entire bullshit thing. Sometimes it just doesn't want to cooperate. Then we have to do a hard reset. My trusty little tuner. That's a G. Fellow learning by fillet. Yeah, it kind of is. E flat. B. No, we want A. Come on. B. C. Yeah, we're learning the alphabet today, kids. Tend to analyze the heck out of my project. Oh. um, we're completely different there, poor Kenny. I have a tendency to just go ahead. So I didn't plan much of what we've done today. Perfect. At least it's intonated really well. The intonation is spot on. Spot on. Yeah, it is. Bit low still on the treble side. Oh, on the bass side. Crimson Ghost! Snug fit. How are you doing today, Crimson? Well, we swapped pickups out in one of them. That's not maintenance in that sense, but we swapped to a set of Fender pickups and it just sounds gorgeous. This one I'm just cleaning the fretboard, setting new strings. I had to swap out the pads underneath the pickups because that was a botched job I did when I was like 20 years old. I'm 29. Hello. Still waking up, so far so good. So now it's just routine work, and we swapped strings on my my fretted bass like this, and this now my fretless. So we're having a bit of fun with that. I'm gonna be streaming for about 12 hours. That means a bit less than 10 more hours. So we're gonna have a bit fun. Oh no! It was just that I wanted to upgrade my Harley Benton from the stock pickups to a set of Fender pickups, just because I wanted a bit more oomph out of that bass. No, it has to be more than 5 years. I've lived here for 4. So now that sounds gorgeous. This one, I have to go to work soon. Bye. If you want to, there is a follow button up there. I hope to see you again another time, mate. But I figured we could do some maintenance work on a stream like this, just to have a bit of fun with that. So we checked the intonation, string height seems to be fine. I need to find the specs for pickup height. I probably have that in my documents folder. I don't have that? Okay. So there is a few places who actually publishes their specs and setups, and I'm very glad for that. So here we have it. Base is 3.5 millimeters. Three. .5. So I have. Oi. Fuck's sake, that was jammed in there. There we go. Yes, I do. These needs to be raised significantly. Like this set has 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 4, 5, 5.5 and 6. I'm not in the US. Never set my foot in the US before. I'm pretty sure that if you just look around in some specialized shops, you will find them. No, that's... This is a very special, like, electronics set though, so it has really small ones. Yeah, well, that would explain it though. Like, I have a lot of different wrenches for slightly higher for different ones. There we go. Yeah, I think that's good. Treble side should be 2.5. That needs to be raised. But these are way too close. Way too close. On both ends. We need to fix it. But yeah, I think if you buy a vehicle maintenance set, you won't find half ones, because that makes no sense for. Okay, too much. I think I have a maintenance set for. Tire for maintaining vehicles as well. I need to find a way to fix my air conditioning units. It's failing and the garage have no clue why. To be honest, I don't either. Which is why I went to the garage in the first place. That's actually fine. Maintaining instruments is actually very important, but too few people know how to do it. And I'm not sure if I would be willing to do this as a side gig or something like that. It would be fun though to try to do a bit of guitar maintenance work. Maybe stream a bit of it. Those are way too close. But I need a proper workbench to do that. And let's just say I need to move before I can think about setting up a proper workbench. But it would be a fun project. Bit too low. Awesome. Okay. Is that one a bit? Yeah. That should be fine. Let's check that jazz bass. Just to make sure that, fuck's sake, that thing is heavy. That's way too close. Still too close. Perfect. That also seems too close, but I'm not 100% sure. on. Yeah, I think that's fine. Awesome! We've done all my guitars. We've done all I wanted to do with them. And it only took us 2.5 hours. That was really fun. So a bit of the cleaning up to do, but not that bad. We're shredded. Oh yeah. We should probably try testing it out on stream though. Like have a bit of rocksmithing to do. That sounds like a fair deal. Like you've seen me play around with these for a long time. Still missing. We can do a bit of playing now, like just make a bit of noise. That sounds fair. Well, we can do that. Let's see. I just need to put away some of me tools. There we go. Okay. There we go. Up with you. Away with you. This thing makes a lot of junk though. Yeah, no worries. Let's see. Throwing that out there. Just trying to move away with some of the junk we have here. Yeah, my improv workbench is my my 4x10 cabinet. Just hashtag break the illusion. So there is that. But I don't mind. Let's see. That means I need to rearrange a bit of stuff. So.